Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the NGS headline because it just ended at this time of recording. We're actually recording this together with all my friends on Twitch. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Planetcrusher Blitz Rank 2. This is the new game mode that actually comes out tomorrow, so we don't need to wait very long. It literally comes out tomorrow. I'm very surprised because we don't have a maintenance tomorrow. It's literally just going to go poof, and then immediately you can start queuing up for this. Now, they did not talk about any new weapons, new anything in it. However, it is just like all of the other high difficulty quest major suppression missions where you can just do it as many times as you want. The teleporter is going to be located in North Kavaris. So if you do want to run this, like myself, I'm going to be running this all day, every day tomorrow, probably on Twitch on the live stream as well. So if you guys want to catch me there and see me suffering and dying, make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/keroppi_sensei. Now with that being said, there is still a bunch more of other content, so let us fast forward. And that is, of course, the Zenith Firefight limited time quest. However, this doesn't actually kick in until September 10th. However, it is a new boss. You're going to be fighting a bunch of bosses in Lucille Exploration, which is really nice because remember all those weapon camos that were really annoying to farm for? I think this might give you a decent chance to farm for any of those high value weapon camos. Now, the value of those weapon camos may go down because of this, but honestly, I don't think so because they've done a limited time quest like this before where you could fight a bunch of bosses from Lucille Exploration, and the drop rate for those weapon camos were still incredibly low. So there's that, just keep that in mind. But there is a new boss over here, which is pretty awesome, and there's going to be a bunch of new limited time tasks as well as title tasks tied with this. Now later in the week you will be able to do the Polaris Firefight, which is actually the solo version of this. Now there is no difference between the loot of the solo version and the group version, so the Zenith one and the Polaris one drop the exact same loot. The only difference between the Polaris one is if you can beat it and get an S rank on it, you actually get a special title. Now what they didn't mention is, does the special title actually give you something like, you know, some limited loot or some cosmetic goods or whatever? They didn't mention any of that, so we're gonna need to find out ourselves. Personally, I would say that, hey, it's probably worth running this at least once just to get the title, and then if you do want something to drop from this limited time quest, it would probably be best if you just run it with other players, unless you're just incredibly strong and that you can run this all by yourself and you're actually doing it faster than with a group, then, you know, then obviously do it solo. Now with this limited time quest in particular, they're trying to encourage people to use Mars, which is of course your Super Gundam mecha suit, and so there probably are going to be certain mechanics in this where it's like, oh, you need to go into Mars to deal a significant amount of damage in order to daze the enemy, or maybe he does an insta-kill or something like that. The example that I talked about on the live stream was actually this purple bubble or pink bubble. I'm colorblind, you tell me what color it is. This thing looks like an insta-kill mechanic. It looks like he's going to charge up some, you know, arena-wide explosion, and you probably need to break his bubble, and then when you break the bubble, he probably goes into a down state, so you can see over here that everyone's attacking the little bubble, and if you break it, he goes down and he's like, oh, you broke my bubble, oh no, and then you can wail on him and kill him, right? That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Now, you know, I've been wrong plenty of times before, so don't take this as gospel, but it looks that way. The next big piece of content is, of course, the new rank added to Ordinal Tower. We currently have rank 7 of Ordinal Tower already, however, it's been incredibly outdated and no one really runs it, but they are adding rank 8 finally. So rank 8 does look pretty promising. It's going to be a 5-floor tower type field with a trial on each floor, but this time the little gimmick, I guess, is they're trying to enforce you, or they're trying to encourage you to use mechanics. So when you're on a specific floor, it's going to encourage you to use certain mechanics. Maybe you got to sidestep, maybe you got to, you know, break the little targets in order to unlock the weak point. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're trying to encourage you to do all these different mechanics in order to blast through all of these levels quickly and kill all the bosses efficiently. Now, is it impossible to beat this without doing mechanics? I highly doubt it. I think you're going to be able to brute force this with just raw potency as well as a ton of gear. However, obviously, if you do want to clear it efficiently, I do recommend learning all of the different mechanics in order to just bypass a lot of the headaches that the game is probably going to throw at you. Now, with that being said, they didn't mention anything about new weapons, new augments, new anything. So that is a little bit of a downer. You know, usually I'd like them to build up a little bit of hype to tell us, hey, look guys, there's a new weapon coming out, there's a new armor, there's a new whatever. So it does suck that we have to wait. However, we don't have to wait long, because tomorrow we literally get the new Darkfall's Dalian. And once that comes out, we're going to be running that like crazy. And, you know, I guarantee you, within like 3 hours, we're going to know whether there's a new weapon or not. All right. So just search, just look at socials, look at Twitter, look at whatever, or just wait for my video to come out the next day where I'm going, hey guys, I got the new weapon already. Huzzah. And then everyone's like, what the hell, Caro, freaking hacker. Something along those lines, probably. Or I'm gonna be like, rare drop rates are lie and I haven't got the weapon on day one. This is bull crap. I blah 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 blah. But nevertheless, I am hoping that we do get new augments. I am hoping that we do get the new weapon. I'm 99% sure we're gonna get a new weapon. All right. If we don't get a new weapon, I don't know what I'm going to do this month. I'm going to sit around and drink margaritas until I pass out and wake up next month or something. All right, other than the content itself, there is a collaboration that got me incredibly excited. I was not expecting this, but we are getting Kaiju number 8 as a collaboration. For those who have never seen this anime, where have you been? Watch this anime. It's really good. The main protagonist is an absolute dumbass, and I can fully relate to him because he's old like me. But nevertheless, it's a really good anime. And the reason why you guys should be excited about this as well is, of course, the fashion as well as the weapon camos. Honestly, the weapon camos are the best. Like, look at this gun. Look how long this barrel is. I actually saw someone cosplay as this character in one of the cosplay cons or something, where they made this weapon, and the weapon was like, it was like 2 meters long, the cannon. And I was just like, what the hell? She's just swinging around this freaking 2 meter long cannon, whacking people in the head and stuff. It's freaking crazy. But it's awesome, okay? It's a really, really cool weapon camo. There are some twin daggers over here that also look really damn cool. I know you're broke from the Shangri-La Frontiers, as well as Shadow and Eminence, as well as Code Geass, but you're gonna be broke again, all right? This collaboration is 100% worth it. There's a lot of really cool stuff over here. There's literally 8 stamps that make sounds, so if you like the Code Geass stamp, you're gonna get even more of this. And yeah, it's looking really promising. Honestly, I think this was a really good collaboration, but we didn't get Bleach and we didn't get Demon Slayer. So hopefully we get that later down the line. All right, the next big piece of news that I want to cover is, of course, the upgrade system with your Ektasis armors as well as your Exelio weapons over here. Because I know a lot of people were like, Caro, you invested so much into your Fixa Orxis level 5 on all 3 of your armors. How funny would it be if your Fixas didn't transfer over? And at the time, I was like, of course they're not going to screw this up. It's Sega. They're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. But the more I listened to you guys talk about that, the more worried I got. And I was like, man, what happens if Sega actually screws me over and makes it so that my Fixas don't transfer over? And so I started getting a little bit worried. However, you don't need to worry anymore because the developers have spoken. So let me give you guys a listen right here.
Designed the equipment to inherit various equipment-based parameters when evolving, such as enhancement level, potential level, preset skills, augments, and multi-weaponization.
There you go. Everything transfers over, including multi-weapon, including fixas or preset skills, including your enhancement levels, your weapon potentials, and I forgot what the last one was, but everything transfers over, okay? So everything is fine. Everything will be fine. Woosah. And last but not least is, of course, the Play NGS Ultra Built Up Battle Power campaign. I can finally read this in one go. So we're getting the 10 free scratches every single day, so all you need to do is log in and do your 10 free scratches. And of course, we are getting the Item Enhancement Support campaign, the Treasure Scratch, as well as a bunch of other freebie stuff, all right? So basically, This month is just the big piece of the content I told you. There's the Dark Falls Dalian, rank 2. There is the Ordinal Tower, rank 8. There is the limited time quest, and there is Kaiju 8, right? I think those are the main 4 big pieces of content. There's a bunch of different candidates which are going to complement all those pieces of content and enhance them and just make them a little bit more better and, you know, kind of entice you to play. But other than that, there's nothing really going on this month, all right? So if you were planning to take a break because, you know, you need to go back to World of Warcraft, you need to play all these other games, by all means, it's fine to take a break this month. This month is only for the crazies like myself, where it's like, yes, I need the new weapon, I need the new weapon, I need the new weapon. Then, you know, if you're crazy like me, then yes, you can suffer with me and farm for the new weapon. I swear to God, Sega, if there's no new weapon, what am I doing here? So there's gonna be the new weapon, okay guys? Yeah. Late Caro tuning in over here, just letting you guys know that there are gonna be some new Line Strike cards coming in. I believe they said there are 15 new cards. They're gonna be NGS characters, so Aina, Manon, Glenn, Faria, I forgot who else they mentioned, but there's going to be a bunch of characters, 15 cards in total, and they are going to be changing the mechanics a little bit, or those cards have special mechanics where you can like make people have small PP, which is pretty cool, pretty funny, hee, and it can also like negate debuffs such as stun and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of really cool and interesting cards that are being introduced that will change and shake up the meta for Line Strike. But as you guys know, I'm not good at card games, so yeah, I'm gonna have to see you guys. You guys need to figure this out. I know card goes pew pew and then I lose, so there's that. Okay, bonus segment over here. I need to show you guys my new PC that I just built. As you can see right here, this is my new PC. Do you like my Changli AIO cooler, as well as my Waifu 4070, as well as my motherboard? And my RAM is really pretty, right? If you say you're ugly, or if you say she's ugly, or it's ugly, I'm gonna ban you from YouTube, so just say she's pretty, okay? Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!